you're basically seeing that the earnings we have are like pretty packed. We have not a lot of major names for today, but we have PayPal, Boeing, Coca-Cola for and UPS, Visa for Tuesday. For Wednesday, we have Sophie, Microsoft, Meta, Robinhood, ARM, Qualcomm, and P&G might be a name to watch as a major earning reports for Wednesday. Thursday, we have Apple, Amazon, Roblox, MasterCard, right? We have the big Magnificent Seven stocks, and with Microsoft and Meta and Apple and Amazon, you have 4 of the Magnificent Seven reporting earning this week. And then we have XOM, Moderna, and Chevron maybe on watch for Friday. Okay, so basically we have a lot of economic events, a lot of news going on for this week, and with this heavy week with a lot of economic events and a lot of news, you want to be very careful trading aggressively, right? Because there are lots of catalysts in the market, and the sentiment might change in the whole market. We also have the whole Middle East tension as well. So this is going to be a pretty crazy week, very volatile. There might be obviously opportunities in the market, but you want to be patient. You want to wait for the news, for the reports to be announced, so that we have some sort of clear vision and clear data in order to trade. Otherwise, the market might stay choppy, might be volatile, or might just wait for the major news to come out, especially the FOMC, especially the Apple, Amazon, Meta, Microsoft earnings. And we have all of these through the whole week, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. So the whole week is packed with all of these news. That makes it a little bit volatile, which means that you have to manage your position sizing and risk, which means that you should either be very selective when you want to trade or trade with smaller position and wait for all of these news to pass. We will get a direction and you can find trades and trade with more confidence. Okay. With that being said, crude oil is down 6.8%, around 7%. Reports indicate that Trump has paused strikes against Iran, and Iran and Oman are reportedly basically discussing opening Strait of Hormuz. Seems like. So, yeah, the market basically reacted to this news, and we're seeing S&P 500 and NASDAQ and many major names bouncing and pushing higher in the pre-market. Okay, so we talked about FOMC for Wednesday, and inflation report on Thursday, and big earnings. We had durable goods orders, and it's slightly weaker than expected, but still positive. Nothing major to be worried about or talk about. Yeah, I guess that is it for the day, for the pre-market session. On NVIDIA reportedly discussing a $250 billion backstop for an OpenAI data center project. So yeah, that might be a catalyst for NVIDIA. And with that being said, we are going to heavily focus on FOMC on Wednesday, data on Thursday, and major earnings for this week. Okay, with that being said, with that major disclaimer that you guys need to pay attention to, because the sentiment of every week is going to be different. Okay, just because the price is gapping up, it doesn't mean we should go up, we should go down. We might consolidate, with the market might stay choppy. Today you might find some setups, but you need to be very careful when you are trading for the next couple of days. This week is a very heavy week from economic calendar side to earnings side, pretty much everything. Okay, I will not probably mention that. I will expect you guys to pay attention to it during the whole week. With that being said, let's take a look at S&P 500. Let's see how SPY is setting up here. So last week, what happened? We basically broke below 739, 740 zone. We pushed all the way lower, hit 734.5 area, but then buyers reclaimed the level and we bounced back up, retested 745, and then finally in the pre-market we're seeing the price is holding above 744, 743 zone on SPY. Okay, so the major resistance is clearly above this zone, around 747, 749. This is the same zone we rejected multiple times last week and the week before, right? So on Wednesday, on Tuesday, on Monday, we clearly rejected this zone, and previously we held this zone as a major demand. Previously it was as a major resistance. So this is a very clear zone on SPY. We are slightly below this zone, but technically the whole 746, 747, all the way up till this 749, 750 would be important levels on SPY. Now, if you take a look at the daily chart, you will see that the pre-market is right below the 9, is like holding right below 9 and 21 EMA and the 50 SMA on the daily chart. And this is exactly where we are right now in the pre-market, right? This is where we are right now. So 9 and 21 EMA and the 50 SMA is right here. So we are just right below this whole zone. And these are, again, some resistance areas that probably are going to hold. If the price breaks through this zone, this whole zone, and push higher, well, that could give us some bullish pressure and strength for possible continuation, possible long setup on SPY. But the main thing to watch is the reaction of the price to this whole zone of 746 all the way up till this 748.9 area, right? So not only we have this whole resistance zone, but also we have the moving averages on the daily chart, the 50 SMA, the 9 EMA, 21 EMA, all of them are sitting right here where SPY is holding in the pre-market. Now, in case of a rejection and reversal, the price can push back down below 744, can push the price back down to 739, 740 zone, like the price action we had in on Thursday, right? Yeah, with a strong push higher, if the price continues moving higher, if the demand can control this major zone, then we could consider a long setup on SPY right above this 748, 749, 750 zone in case the bid is strongly holding the level. Taking a look at Q's price action here. So Q's was obviously weaker than SPY. If you check out the daily chart among these two, SPY was clearly holding, rejecting the moving averages in the last 2 trading days, while Q's was basically weak and broke down and made a major low here, right? A new low in the last couple of months. on Qs happened on Friday, but then for now the demand is actually holding the level and pushing the price higher in the pre-market so far. Now, where are we sitting right now? We're sitting right below this resistance zone, this clear zone that we basically kept rejecting and holding multiple times during the last couple of months. And we are again right below this 695 700 zone in the pre-market now. This is the same zone that we held on Thursday, and then on Friday rejected and pushed lower and hit 683 684 zone. The demand controlled here and pushed the price higher. For now, we are again holding right below this resistance zone. And yes, it's a wide zone in my chart, and that's because we technically need to basically get out of this whole area of if you check out here, get out of this whole zone and break through the moving averages even on the daily chart on Qs to have some sort of bullish strength to trade basically long on Qs. Otherwise, if the price just tests 701 zone, that would probably be just a retest of moving averages, and that possibility would be there for a possible rejection and sell-off continuation. So for us to be able to trade Qs long with the long and bullish strength, the price should hold this zone and basically control the level in order to continue the bullish momentum and continue with the move to the next resistance zone of 710 possibly. So for now in the pre-market, we are rejecting this zone, and even if the price continues move higher, I will monitor it for a possible clear breakout or a rejection or reversal on Qs. Obviously, the next major demand would be around this 685, 686 on QQQ. Okay, SMH is also relatively weak. It broke below this bearish flag that we saw in the last couple of days forming, and it broke it on Friday. Right, that was a clean break. Now with the whole market bouncing, we are holding right in this middle of this range again. Now, if SMH breaks down below this demand zone, obviously we can go for 556 again, but if it pushes higher, controls above 587, 588, probably we'll see the same thing in Qs as well. We might see some sort of strength on SMH. However, we have like a major resistance around 600, and then we have 610, 12, but we are far from there. And so far in the pre-market, we don't see that kind of strength. So the major demand would be around 565, 566-ish zone on SMH, and the major resistance 583 all the way up till 590. Let's take a look at a couple of individual stocks. Apple is looking very strong. If you compare Apple with, let's say, Google, which just had earning, Google had good earning, good revenue, earning per share, everything was good. The only problem was capex. It's spending a lot, and it has its first negative cash flow in years, I guess, in decades, something like that. I don't remember exact days, but technically the stocks are being punished for spending too much on AI. Apple is not spending, like, it's technically spending like before, like the last couple of years, and there is no overspending on AI or AI infrastructure at all. And as a result, we are seeing the market is basically liking it. Apple is looking pretty strong, and it is holding right below the all-time high of 335. So it's looking good. It has earning in 2 days. So yeah, if you want to trade it, you want to go for very quick moves. And if you want to trade it, I would highly suggest you guys to trade shares on Apple and not probably options, because the ROI on options won't really make sense at this point. So Apple definitely on watch for a possible break of all-time high, and the price action is pretty clear. If the price retests, I would like to see it around 330, see if it can hold this zone and bounce above this level. This would be our key demand zone on Apple. Tesla. Well, Tesla had a very, very massive drop after the earning report, and missing pretty much like everything in earning. So didn't have a really good earning. So we're seeing Tesla holding right below 315-ish zone. And yeah, if you check out the Tesla's price action, we are technically still holding in this territory, this zone that I want to change the color to red right now so that you guys can see it. I've been holding as a major resistance. The price retested this zone, right? Rejected, and now we're holding right below Thursday's low right now and rejecting the level. The key areas on watch on Tesla would be 322 and right low of the pre-market, which is around 312, 313-ish on Tesla. If this breaks down and continue going lower, we will technically break down like this, and this triangle will be broken, and the target would be around this 305, and the next major one would be around 297. Tesla is really weak. In case of a bounce here, we might retest 327, and then reaction around 327 would be very important to watch. The market will be open in a minute. NVDA, I don't really like NVDA at this like sideways movement. I like it maybe below 204 or above 212.13. Google on watch for a possible breakout above this zone for a gap fill setup. Above 326, we have a whole gap all the way up till this 345-ish area. So that is a massive gap. We have a bunch of resistance zones above this area. In case of rejection, we can push back lower down till 315, and the market is open. AMD has earning in like a couple of days. AMD needs to get out of 580 or below this 500 zone. Intel showed great weakness below Friday's low, and below this 89.5. Definitely on watch for a possible sell-off continuation. Okay, so what you guys are watching for the day? All right, so I will be going ahead and trade live with the team. Make sure you check out the link in the description